back with more Teen Wolf. This is episode 7 of season 1. Very excited, as always, to get into the next episode, particularly with this one, because we ended off on quite the cliffhanger following the last episode. Derek, probably not dead, but certainly out of commission for a bit after the Alpha came for his neck. Scott and Styles are now locked in the school with the Alpha trying to get in. So things aren't looking great. I think it's safe to say they've probably had better evenings. I can't imagine it's going to get any better anytime soon. Certainly at least not for about 40 minutes, I would say. So yeah, I'm really excited to see where the story picks up from this and exactly how this episode is going to kind of unfold, how they're going to get out of this mess. Bold move if they both just get killed here, 7 episodes into the show, but I doubt it. Either way, I am really, really excited to check this one out because, yeah, I've kind of been thinking of not much else since I watched the last episode and I've been so desperate to see what happens next. So, yeah, let's just dive into this next one.
No. Yeah. Styles, no, don't.
Damn. Braver than me. Oh, shit. Hi there.
Styles, what's wrong with the hood of your Jeep? What do you mean nothing's wrong? It's bent. Dented?
Oh, so you can't escape. It's a smart Alpha. Oh, shit. I'd find a nice room and just wait to die, to be honest. Me.
Quiet, my ass, what the hell are you trying to do? Kill me? Both of you get out. Get the hell out of here right now.
It's him. Get him.
Just 1 second to explain. Just shut up and go.
It's not him.
Is that him with the best explanation ever of why he's half a freaking hour late? Not exactly.
Hello. Fucking hell. Alright.
All I got was this. They lock the doors at night, you know. That one's open. You have this look like you're about to say, be careful.
I am.
Oh god, it's getting all love squarey in here. Honey, you got a big storm coming. He's the ideas guy, Styles. He's good in a crisis, I'll give him that.
Look at that. It is indeed a piece of crap. Can we get Elsa and leave now?
He knows the shady shit. Parkour!
What are you doing? I just want to get a look at it. You guys.
Why?
Look, it's trapped, okay? It's not gonna get out.
Well, now you've said it.
You're not going.
Yeah.
You have a problem with my performing a basic biological function?
You know, I'm starting to have a problem with all of your functions.
Oh, heck. Oh.
McCall.
Oh. I don't like that. Yeah, he keeps leaving you alone.
Did you find them?
I know that ring. It's Allison's phone.
Uh-oh.
Get to the lobby. Go now.
Okay, I'm coming.
How are they going to explain this to her?
Why do I get a feeling you didn't send this message?
Because I didn't. Did you drive here?
Jackson.
His phone's still busted, right?
Jackson's-
Well. Guess you guys are in this together now.
Somebody please explain to me what's going on because I'm freaking out here.
That's fair.
I'd like to know why. Who is it?
A mountain
It's
lion.
Derek. It's Derek Hale. Wait, Derek killed the janitor?
Damn, framed him because they think he's dead. I don't think he is.
Call the cops. No. What do you mean no? I mean no. You want to hear it in Spanish? No. Derek killed 3 people, okay? We don't know what he's armed with.
She hung up on me.
The police hung up on you?
She said they got a tip warning them that they're gonna be prank calls about a break into the high school. She said if I called again that they're gonna trace it and have me arrested.
Okay, then call again.
Oh.
Trace's cell.
Is he the one that sent her the text?
No. I mean, I don't know.
Is he the one that called the police?
I don't know. Alright, why don't we ease back on the throttle here, yeah?
I mean, to be fair, those are the questions he doesn't genuinely know the answers to.
Derek said he wants revenge against who? Allison's family. Maybe that's what the text was about.
Well, making sure she was here.
I'm not watching my dad get eaten alive. Alright, give me the phone.
Jackson!
Dad, hey, it's me.
There's no other option, is there?
Voicemail. Go right to the kitchen and you see the stairwell. Which only goes up? Up is better than here.
Oh, God. What big eyes you have.
The janitor has a key. You mean his body has it?
Oh, boy.
I can get it.
You can't go out there alone.
Yeah, that'll do it. Point him to death.
There's gotta be something else.
There is. And there is everything you need to make a self-igniting Molotov cocktail.
Self-igniting.
Molotov cocktail.
Cool. Let's do that.
Doesn't he need sulfuric acid?
I like that we're seeing what, like, people could bring to, like, a team should they form one.
You're a horrible liar, and you've been lying all night. Just
Jackson.
please don't go. Please don't leave us. Please.
I think he kind of has to. It's alright, he's the main character, he'll be fine. I wonder how many people watched this and then got in trouble at school the next day trying to recreate the Molotov. I bet the lighting department were pissed when they found out about this episode. Or they were happy, they get like a week off. To be honest, this is probably more work for the lighting department than if they had lights everywhere. Oh. Oh, is it? Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay.
They're setting this up. I see it. Oh, closing the stairs. Oh dear. Ouch. Oh. That janitor's had a really bad day.
Jackson, you handed me the sulfuric acid, right? It has to be sulfuric acid. It won't ignite if it's not.
I gave you exactly what you asked for tonight.
Oh dear. Shit. Ugh. Oh. So like forcing the wolf out of him or something.
What's on the back of your neck?
Have you been like initiated into Alpha's pack now?
Oh, it's been there for days. You won't tell me what happened.
If you actually care.
God.
Where's Scott? He should be back by now. Back by now.
Yeah, hear her voice and change back. There we go. The love flashbacks. The love flashbacks.
Scott!
Do you hear that? Listen.
Ah. All's well that ends well, apart from the janitor.
Did you check under the bleachers or under them?
Yeah, Scott, we looked. We pulled them out just like you asked. There's nothing.
I'm not making this up.
I know, I believe you. I do.
Oh.
You don't. It wants me in its pack. doesn't want to kill us. He wants me to do it.
Well,
That's not even the worst part.
heavy. That's not the worst part.
Holy hell, is that not the worst part, Scott? I wanted to do it. How?
Ah,
How did you get out? Not easily. And from what they tell me, I'm alive because of you. I think I owe you a raise.
Guys, come on. Let's let the EMTs do their job. You can talk to them.
okay. Still lots of questions.
Allison!
And where did Derek go?
Right now, I don't feel like I can trust you.
Allison, I can explain.
I don't care.
Just, hey, don't say anything else. Please, just don't say anything.
Scott,
Hey,
I
Allison,
can't.
just
Oh
stop.
boy.
Please don't call me.
Yeah. It's been a night. Granted, he didn't send the text that brought you there, but mistakes were made. That was about a laugh, wasn't it? Okay, very good episode. Probably my favourite so far, I would say. You know, very kind of self-contained, claustrophobic vibe to it, which I really enjoyed. It answered a lot of questions, also posed a lot of new ones, and kind of reinstated questions we already were having, I guess. You know, there's still a lot of loose ends to tie up, but we're getting a bit more of an idea of like why certain things were happening. You know, they did a great job, I think, of explaining why, you know, they couldn't necessarily call for help that easily. Thinking up of things that the Alpha was doing to kind of keep them all there, like destroying the car, making a call to the police to expect prank calls about a break-in at the school. You know, that was all very clever. I guess a bit of an oversight with Styles and his dad, but they needed a way out of the episode at the end, to be fair. So, yeah, I enjoyed kind of all the explanations for that, and the escalation of things with Allison and Jackson and Lydia all getting involved. It feels like the gang's kind of in it now, and they're like, you know, they've gone through this thing, and that's something that they can share now, and kind of like a crew has formed, but also not really, because Allison, I think, kind of broke up with Scott at the end there, so that's going to be a bit of a rift. You know, Jackson seems more and more pissed off with Lydia, and obviously Jackson, Lydia and Allison don't know the full story because they were lied to, saying that it was Derek doing all of this, when we know that's not the case. So it is like, in a weird way, it's like one step forward, two steps back, but those steps back are still like an advancement in a way, because it's kind of like people are finding things out, but they're finding out like half-truths and stuff like that. So I did enjoy that we did get some good kind of moments of progression with, you know, what characters knew, what we're kind of finding out, the fact that the Alpha wants Scott to kill his current pack to join his own one, and that's kind of why they orchestrated all of this. So I like that. I like that it shows some intelligence to the Alpha as well. Gives them a bit more of, you know, a threat other than just the physical side of it that we've already seen, and saw plenty of in this episode as well. Rest in peace to the poor janitor. My God. And like, even that, like, his body's just gone now. Maybe the Alpha just took it away to eat it, or it's just, you know, simply hiding the evidence. And who exactly, you know, sent the text to Allison, and how. The vet guy, I feel like they did mention his name in this one, but I can't remember what they said. You know, how he just managed to escape and conveniently was there again at the end when he'd vanished. You know, they're still, I think, trying to, you know, force a narrative that it might be him, but I don't think it is. All of that was just really well done, and we got some nice little character beats in there as well, like Allison maybe distrusting Scott a bit there and forcing that split, while also they spent a bit of this episode, I think, setting up a potential connection between Allison and Jackson. And now that Allison's pushed away from Scott, she's probably going to like lean more in towards Jackson, and we saw Jackson get very annoyed at Lydia in this one. So, you know, I don't think they're particularly like, I don't think they're written in the stars or anything. So, you know, all these love triangles and squares and God knows what is all forming. You know, it's a typical kind of drama thing to do, isn't it, with all of that stuff. So I can see all of that kind of unfolding, and you know the setup was clear in this one. So I'm sure that's going to get even messier than it already is in future. And we again got a bit of like how smart Lydia is and doesn't really let it on. Like she knew how to make like a Molotov cocktail and stuff. Still trying to be quite coy about it. Jackson, I'm wondering if he just happened to give her the wrong thing accidentally, or he kind of sabotaged it to put Scott in danger. That feels a bit dramatic and a bit evil of him if that was the case. So I think it was just like a genuine mix-up. But they kept doing these little shots of him being like, yeah, Allison, don't trust him. Oh, yeah, I like you. So who can say? I don't know. And I really liked Styles defending his dad. You know, his dad's just been hurt in the line of duty already, you know, involving this whole business. So to immediately try and risk his life again, and him being the one to put his dad in danger now, you know, if something had actually happened, if the worst had happened, you know, he'd never forgive himself. So I understood his kind of reluctance to do that, even lashing out at Jackson when he was like, no, this is the plan. But ultimately, you know, what else was there to do? He had to kind of take that risk in the end, otherwise they were all just going to die and it was all pointless anyway. So I actually thought that was quite an endearing quality for Styles. I like that it wasn't just forgotten that his dad's already been in danger very recently. So that was a cool kind of moral conflict, and a very grown-up conflict to put Styles in as well. And I think this episode really showcased he's good in a crisis. He thinks on his feet. You know, he's kind of a good ideas guy, I think. And I think a lot of this episode, he seemed more so in the leadership role, I think. He seemed to, like, you know, he was getting all the group to shut up and pointing out the flaws and the plans and where the locations were, and, you know, kind of like, oh, we'll go here next. And, you know, even it was, like, framed like he was, like, front and centre, which I thought was an interesting kind of thing. So I like that this episode really put into place, like, this is what this person could offer if this is like our team of heroes. You know, they did that with Lydia as well, and whatever's going on with Jackson and his like scratch thing, you know, he was affected by the Alpha's like screech that seemed to like, you know, transform Scott, but also made him actively want to kill his friends, and Jackson. But it's having an effect on Jackson as well. So it feels like he's kind of been like halfway bitten or like halfway transformed. It's like it's trying to happen, but it's not really, because it's not like a proper bite, it feels like. I'm not quite sure what's going on with it, but he's been like marked in a sense, because the Alpha has had 2 close contacts with him now and left him alone both times. So I guess he sees an opportunity in Jackson to kind of convert him, or something can happen there. Again, we don't really have all the answers about what's going on, but we did see you know, Styles and Lydia and everyone actually talk about Jackson's injury, because I was wondering, like, surely Lydia's noticed that, and she did say like she had, but you know, he keeps brushing it off. But now Styles is very aware of that, so lots of little things like that getting revealed, but also some bigger questions we still have next to no clue about. But yeah, I do enjoy how the Alpha's like plot and his plan is kind of becoming a bit more clear, but there's still so many little questions to answer. But I enjoy that because there's still like 5 episodes left of the season. I think that's right. I think there's 12. So you know, we're not going to get all these answers straight away, and I think they're revealing them in a really decent pace. And we still don't know what happened to Derek. I mean, if he was dead, they'd have found his body outside because he died outside the school. So he's gone. So I'm guessing he's fine, just gone off to heal somewhere. Somehow I'm sure it'll all tie together, and you know, we don't want all these answers straight away. So yeah, I did like that it was very focused on its one location, really, just focusing on that little group. A few cracks showing in some little relationships within that group. But also this could be the start of like this team actually being in this together. You know, it's been very much Scott and Styles in the know, Derek kind of helping them out on the outside, and then the others have been completely unawares, but that's completely changed now. Not entirely maybe, because Alison's kind of distanced herself from Scott a bit, and if she kind of mentions any of this to, you know, her dad, that's all going to escalate on his side of things as well. He's going to want to do something about it. He's probably going to know, like, it's not Derek who did this, so I guess I need to take some action. All of that I think is going to be interesting to see play out. But yeah, we had some really great moments in this one. For all the characters, I think everyone had like decent little moments to shine. I think Styles was a particular highlight in this one, like what they revealed about his kind of character and giving him a very grown-up situation when he's been the source of comedy a lot of the time, and he still had a few comedic moments, but I did enjoy that. And Lydia had a good moment as well, mixing the Molotov together. And yeah, just to get to properly see a bit more of the Alpha was really nice as well, and to see the intelligence side of him, or her, I guess. I keep assuming it's a him, but I guess it could be her, or maybe it's an alien. It's just like a Doctor Who twist, and this werewolf's actually an alien. So yeah, I liked everything with that, and all the CGI budget of that creature's probably gone into this episode, but it's an old show as it is, but I also don't think it's that terrible. There was a shot where Scott is like leaning over Scott like that, and it looked like it was a real actual like mask or something, so I don't know if that was like a practical effect, which didn't look too bad. But that makes me think we might see a bit more intimately like details of the Alpha like that, but we definitely got a bit more of a sense of it in this one, and it really became even more of a threat because there's an intelligence side to it as well, it seems, at play, unless it's a completely separate entity doing all of this, but I doubt that. And that shot of it actually, when it's like stood up and Jackson like notices it and it just stood up staring at him, that was really creepy. There's just something quite unnerving seeing a creature that you're so used to seeing on all fours just like stood up like that. And I think again that's the intelligent side coming through that this episode kind of focused on, because there's a person in there behind all of that. They just stood up like a person there, so that does show a level of intelligence, and maybe that's what being an Alpha actually is. It's like more of a balance, and more of control of your like hunter instincts, and your predator instincts, but also you're a bit more conscious of it as well, because it was doing these calculated plans and everything while still in its full transformed form. So maybe some interesting lore revealing itself there about how werewolves work in this particular show as well. But yeah, really great stuff. I'm very excited to see how all the characters are kind of influenced and impacted by this going forward, and some things you just can't deny. The fact that Derek has unknowingly been framed yet again for a murder. Heat of the moment decision there from Scott, probably not going to pay off because I doubt Derek's dead. And yeah, more tension because Allison's like, no, don't trust you, bye. Which I do kind of get. She did beg him to stay, but it's one of those things, isn't it? He has like the superhero duty he has to fulfill, and Allison doesn't fully understand the situation yet, but we can't expect her to understand it, because how on earth would she guess? So yeah, it's one of those classic drama things, isn't it? Hopefully this is just, things getting worse before it gets better by the end of the season or something, I'm not sure, but still plenty of time for things to play out and all the twists and turns that are kind of coming, and I'm very excited to see them. But this was a fantastic episode. I would say this is probably my favourite episode of the show so far. Really tightly focused, but still had some great character moments in there, some cool advancements of little plot threads, answered a few questions but also opened a whole lot more of them, and I think this did a great job of kind of revealing a bit more of the Alpha's intelligence and its plan, in like as a combination of the physical threat that it's posed thus far in the show. So yeah, really great stuff all around from all the characters and where the plot's going. I'm really excited to see where it is all going to go, and yeah, that's I guess for me to find out in future. But fantastic episode. I'm glad it kind of lived up to my hype after the cliffhanger ending of the last episode. I was really, really excited going into this one. It definitely kind of lived up to, what I was hoping we would get from it. I was really hoping for like a really enclosed, like almost horror show, just them trapped in the school trying to get out, and that's basically what the episode was, which I really very much enjoyed. So yeah, I look forward to seeing where things will progress further. And yeah, fantastic episode. Look forward to more. And until my next reaction, thanks for watching.